Greetings, angelic team of 144. This is the third day of calm on the Schumann resonance. Is this the calm before the storm? Many activations and energies coming through the field today. Before we start the transmission, I wanted to briefly speak to you, Divine One, as a sacred portal to the infinite, divine, universal truth. Alan Watts would say, the only way to be one with the universe is to trust it. And by universe, we mean source, God, creator, the great mystery. To be one, truly one, we must fully trust in its divine providence. And this is where faith comes in. Faith in the higher power, faith in your true self, faith in source. Trust that the universe, divine source, is benevolent and works towards the good of all. Now we can see that every individual, every living being in this realm is an aperture for the whole universe to witness through, to witness the manifestation as a portal, a doorway, a window to the soul. And when you look into the eyes of another or into your own eyes, it is like looking into a precious, priceless gem, a jewel. For the portal of the eyes are the doorway to the soul, shining, shimmering vessels of light. And this aperture is what we call the pupil of the eye, the black center and the center of the iris, the center of the wheel. Just like in photography, the lens of the camera, most photographers know the aperture called the f-stop. The wider, the more open the aperture, the more light it lets in, the greater the exposure. So you bring it down, the smaller the number, the wider the opening. Just like when more light is exposed to the eyes, the pupil gets smaller, more light or less light, the wider the pupil to let in more light. Isn't it funny? The pupil is also the student, the disciple, the two disciples that connect to the neocortex of the brain, sending its signals of what it is experiencing. The sensory organs, such as the eyes, the ears, the nose, they're all portals to the central control center called the brain, connecting us to the world around us. So if you really contemplate and meditate on the concept that we are the vessels of the great mystery, the great spirit, so that Creator can experience itself through the doorways of our soul. It's very powerful and shows that there truly is no separation, only in the belief or in the doubt of the oneness of all. Brahma falls asleep, all for the joy of waking up. This realm, this field of energy is like an empty canvas for the great artist to paint and play with, to create all possibilities, all simulations. And part of the simulation is so that infinite creative potential can experience and experiment all possibilities, and based on simulation theory and holographic universal theories, as the creation evolves, as consciousness evolves, it learns, it experiments, so that it can create heaven on earth or eternal bliss consciousness. We have to know what we are by experiencing what we are not. And we are not the suffering, we are not the pain. What we truly are is eternal. We truly are the bliss, the joy, the love that is all things. And we are conscious here now. The I am awareness is fully activated and fully aware and ready to manifest from our heart center. So universal being of light, trust in your highest self. Let go into the unborn, the unconscious, all that does not serve you or serve humanity. We release all that, all the separation programming, the fear, the doubt, the anger, the false selves. We let that return to the void and be fully resolved to make sacred space for our true heart's desires. Aho. And it is time to trust and let go, for no other reason than the time now is right. The fruits of our labors and our great works are fully ripe, and it is time to enjoy the bliss of the sweet nectars of truth. Blessings in the light. Today's first transmission from the Archangelic calendar. We have seen a lot of movement in the calendar as of late, and we are inching closer and closer to the hard timeline jump that we are about to direct, as this was advised by Archangel Michael. The cosmic motions indicated in the calendar has opened the AMAA gate, an ancient Stargate portal that has many sacred offshoots too numerous to mention, and adds a cosmic flair to our current reality. They will be absolutely everywhere, and chances are you will pass through several times per day. This does account for at least some of the unusual time anomalies that we are experiencing, but not enough to claim its possession. In divine essence and timing, the pure number M in the Archangelic calendar marks the sunrise of Archangel Michael, a day that reminds us to connect with Archangel Michael in a way of our personal choosing. This is also the day the legions get a full report from Michael, and the theme of this report was preparation. Gaia is spirit dominant for a second straight day. She is known to do this, but this time it is a very rhythmic way. This has been the case since she has made many changes to her elements. We are well aware of the time instability issues that we are currently experiencing, but now it seems to be on a more physical and less perspective nature. Many Lightworkers have reported seeing 10 to 20 minute timeline jumps in a perspective segment. This means that you will be viewing your clock at 11, and the next tick of the clock, it will be 11:11. This is not to be confused with a hidden time segment which never reveals itself in the physical realm by design. A hidden timeline segment is an extended period of time that is snuck in between fractions of a second for various but specific purposes. An unlimited amount of time can be placed there, and it is normally for training purposes. Many of you feel you are directly involved in the battle that I have described in my coma with Archangel Raphael. The mythical realm is very active today. Expect it to interact with many different earth spirits from all over this dimensional plane. This is exciting because the mythical realm is only this physical when something magical is about to happen. The fairy clan is adamantly working on establishing the natural and mythical grids anchored within the higher dimensional grids. This means if you feel like you are connected to the mythical realm or the fairy clan in any way, shape, or form, they could use your assistance on this specific task. Connect with the mythical legion and move forward with them if this applies to you. The Wonderful Six has been called upon for building assignment. This is very exciting, and my advice is to keep your eyes on the daylight skies if you wish to see the miraculous color display that is about to happen. And this is from archangeliccalendar.wordpress.com. And from Mystic Mama, New Moon in Pisces, Liberation from the Illusion. At this new moon, the sun and moon, the masculine and feminine, are having meeting in Pisces in order to, like astrologer Molly McCord says, decide what they are going to create moving forward. With Mercury retrograde also in Pisces, we're intuitively discerning what has been unfolding in the energetic realms. Mars is supportive by showing us where we need to be assertive and what we need to commit to in order to make our dreams real. Molly McCord advises we are being asked to trust what we feel as we come to understand where our soul is guiding us to go next. There's a realization of what we cannot go back to and certain things that will need to be released as we close out certain chapters. Patricia speaks of this time as a time of reckoning, where we can take inventory of the patterns, physical and mental, that have kept us bound, stuck, and ultimately unfulfilled. We are encouraged to contemplate the various ways in which we have held ourselves back by perpetuating certain thoughts or habits. What is it that we must release in order to move forward? The higher wisdom of Pisces calls us to yield the dream. It requires us to summon the act of surrender, which liberates us from the illusion of control and brings us into the transcendent expansion of oneness. With the release comes great expansion. It requires trust in our life and its unfoldment in the grand tapestry of creation. Molly McCord says, Jupiter and Neptune are showing us what we truly desire and what we are ready to say yes to for the long term. as we bring in the parts that we have been energetically sensing into expression. So we are encouraged to continue to be guided by the higher wisdom of our soul in support of our next steps on our earth walk. With all my heart, MM, from mysticmama.com, and from Elizabeth Peru, urgent energy update. Dear Cosmic Community, under the current new moon, global energy is pulsing. The Schumann resonance, Earth's heartbeat, has been experiencing low, erratic waves for over 2 days now. Its heartbeat is irregular, a push-pull motion, so you could be noticing that your heart is jumping, racing, and you're experiencing coughing and shallow breaths as your thymus gland activates, increasing your body's immunity. Tap your thymus gland to assist in the chest clearing happening. The great heart expansion since late 2019. 2020 is a year like no other, and a decade like no other. The time of mass spiritual awakening that we've been working towards for centuries is here. Our transition into the Aquarian era of collaboration, compassion, and cosmic consciousness is well underway. Part of this process is the necessary heart chakra expansion that the 5D energy template has brought in. It started in June 2019 and accelerated at the eclipses in late 2019, early 2020. As a global society, we've lived through our lower energy centers only for far too long, and now the heart is awakening in all, which allows conscious access to the higher spiritual realms. You'll recognize your heart center expanding because you'll be clearing, feeling vulnerable, your defenses will be down, and you'll hold a deeper love. Recent world events like the Australian bushfires and coronavirus outbreak have accelerated this heart opening. And this is from ElizabethPeru.com. This reminds me of a story from Sifu, Ching-Feng Dao Shi. One of his teachers along the way, his guides, was a Navajo shaman from the Red Willow Society. And he would teach that humanity, human beings, are not even real human beings. To be a true human being means living 100% from our heart, which means being connected to all things. And the human, the beings of light, of the hue, of the electromagnetic spectrum, of the divine rainbow, is fully activating, and this is part of the Ascension process, pulling us deeper and deeper into our heart centers to live fully from the heart instead of the past or the future. Meaning the lower, the past, the future, the higher, we navigate what the Buddha called the middle path, which is the path with heart. You see this through the shamanic practices, the Buddhist, the Taoist, and the mystical Christianity, the mystical Islamic arts, such as Sufism, the Sufis, such as the whirling dervishes, spinning until they feel like they're totally still. These are all stillness practices. As we go into that 0-point energy, that still center, we say the still white magnetic light at the center of all things. It's the center of you, the center of the galaxy, the center of the universe. It is everywhere, which is difficult for the human mind to comprehend. But we can comprehend it through letting go. And that 0 point is the doorway to the eternal space, the eternal emptiness that contains all things. There's space within and space without, what we call non-locality, the non-physical, or you could say the unconscious, the unknowable mind of Source. So today from the Tzolk'in Times, blue rhythmic hand, kin 227. The number 6 is called Rhythmic, and its keywords are organize, equality, and balance. Day 6 is all about organizing yourself and getting down to practicalities and being a bit more serious. That's not a bad thing. We could all do with sorting ourselves out from time to time, so be good and make that list and get things done today. Today is Blue Hand, and the keywords associated with it are healing, knowing, and accomplishment. The Blue Hand is always an interesting day with a process that can lead to great accomplishments, but first healing must take place, which can lead to confrontations with issues you may have suppressed. The Blue Hand is about putting your hands to good use, and so it is a great time for any activity involving the hands. Painting, pottery, carpentry, or playing guitar. When you combine the meaning of the number and day, the result is accomplish through balance or organize healing. And from Christina Papagiorgio, Blue Rhythmic Hand, 6, Manik, Kin 227, accomplishing great things, accomplishing healing miracles. In the image today on this video transmission with the blue hands, synchronic with the blue rhythmic hand, the image is encoded with the healing power of spirit. So ask for your healing miracle and place your hands aligned with the image to receive the transmission and healing power. Good luck, divine gratitude. Thank you, Spirit. A divine gift from Spirit. Muchos gratitude for all these divine miracles. 24/2/2020 equals 624 equals 66 equal 12 equal 3 66 Heaven Christ Consciousness Portal. 24 Happiness Charisma Assistance. 3 Holy Trinity Joy Creativity. Kin 227 equal 11 equal 2 Partnership Cooperation. 11 Portal Doorway Duality. A very powerful healing heavenly portal bringing assistance from Spirit. Today is day 5 in the wave spell of Icke, the white wind who holds the power of Spirit and communication, where we are becoming hollow vessels for Spirit to communicate and operate through our being. Today we are becoming a tool for Spirit to work through. We have the power of accomplishing many tasks today in order to make our lives better and the lives of others better too. Tone of creation, rhythmic, tone 6 in the physical realm. Another 6 coding adding to the 66 numeric date code gives us the Trinity 666 frequency of Christ consciousness today. Rhythmic tone, action, balances power, organizes essence, equality. Today's Spirit is asking us to put your house in order. As they say, cleanliness is next to godliness. Tone 6 operates in the physical realm, and thus we are assisted in accomplishing physical tasks. Today is a great day to find greater balance in your physical reality, body, by allowing Spirit to assist you in any way, shape, or form that is needed. We are organizing our physical environment for greater balance and equality. It is also a great day to accomplish more balance and equality in our planetary body. A fantastic day for spring cleaning, feng shui, decluttering your house space, organizing your office, channeling ideas, and breaking down the steps required to accomplish your dreams and desires. Today's question is, how can I organize my physical reality to accomplish more balance and wholeness, allowing Spirit to give me a helping hand? Divine blessings for accomplishing balance and healing miracles today. In Icke, Alakin, Christina White Magnetic World Bridger, Kin 66, Kin 227, Blue Rhythmic Hand. The mantra, the code for today is, I organize in order to know, balancing, healing. I seal the store of accomplishment with the rhythmic tone of equality. I am guided by the power of my own power doubled. So today, on this third day of calm in the Schumann resonance, it was the third day in a row where my left eye has been going through spasms, pulsing, vibrations. It was interesting today as I stood in the mirror to brush my teeth. It was wild to see the fluttering, the fluctuation of the eyelid, my eyelid, as it was going through these wave motions. You just get through it, we allow ourselves to feel whatever we're feeling and let go into that feeling and release here now in this body. It's part of this ascension is letting go and releasing all that does not serve. And as these energies are activating, the left eye connecting to the right brain, which connects to the left hand path of the blue wave, the blue ray, the blue healing path of the blue waters, which connects us to Venus energies, Aphrodite, the goddess of love and healing, nurturance, compassion, Kuan Yin, Avalokitesvara, in Sanskrit, the Bodhisattva of compassion, is connected to the blue hand wave, the blue wave, the blue ray, the blue fire. Aho. So divine beings of light, let us know in the comments below what you're experiencing, what you're feeling, what you're seeing, your visions, what you see shining through the veils as they are thinning and lifting. Many people are reporting what some are calling cracks in the magnetosphere, these amazing blue auroras up by the North Pole in the Northern Hemisphere, which you may see as the pupil, the aperture of Pachamama, the center of the eye of the storm. And the storm can be symbolized by what many are calling the event energies, which is emanating from the center of the universe, which is your center, Divine One, the consciousness that is listening to this now. The kingdom of heaven within you, Divine One, is that eternal still light of Source, of Creator. So we can drop our awareness, allow it to flow through the vortex into the still point, and through the point into the unknowable mind of Source, the unconscious merging the physical with the non-physical, the conscious with the unconscious, heaven with earth, the 37 into the 73, 73 into the 37, as the 144 code fully activated, the 12 strand of the 12 crystalline DNA, the 12 code, the 12 by 12, making the 144 1,000-fold into the 144,000. Fully activated, fully awakening, the dreamer within the dream, the witness of the witnesser, fully conscious, here now. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. Click the subscribe button below. And also in the description below the video is a link to the archives. Loud tone just came into my right ear. Feel into that energy. Feel into those codes, the frequencies, the resonance, the vibration, the symphony. The senses taken the symphony of sight of the light, that which light reflects off of. The sound, the symphony of sound through the airs, and the symphony of the smells, the sense that comes through your senses, and the taste of the tongue through the mouth, the sacred cave, the wind gate, through the throat chakra, the blue throat chakra, which connects us to the healing tones of the light language. So we'll end this transmission with a tone coming through the heart center. Namaste.